everyone, as you know, we have now added automations in Stackby. Now let's go over all the actions that we've added in the automations in Stackby. So you'll see the automation tab here, and there are 4 different actions that we have started with. Now the first action is a create row action. So we have spoken about triggers in the earlier video. Now let's talk about actions. So you basically, let's say when there is a trigger called when a row is created in one table and you want another row to be created in another table. So you can basically add that as an action type. So there are 4 different actions: create row, update row, send email, and find row. In create row, you can basically select the table that you want to add in, and then you can map the columns. So let's say in the new table, which is the live table, I've seen, there is a live table that I've added, which is a blank table. And in create row, I just want to add where, the campaign is campaign and the status is status. And I can just generate a preview or run as configure. Let's say when a row is created in the campaigns table, I just select Facebook retargeting, and I just have to add the same in another table. So I can just add and create a run test. So you will see a new row is automatically added here. So I just delete all the other records. Right. So this is how, a create row, action would work. So you can then map all the different, types of columns that you want to basically add. If you want to even add, say, like the notes column, and you want to add the campaign goals here, right? So I can use this as a test step or generate a preview and just run as configure. So you can see, within the notes column, there is another details that is coming directly from the campaigns table. That is one action. Now let's go over the second action that we have added in the automations. So we'll basically talk about update row action. So here, let's say we have added a trigger called when a row matches conditions, where from the campaigns table where the status is revision, and you want to then update a particular row in the same table itself. So here what you can do is you can select the same table, and then you can select which particular row ID you need to update when a row matches that particular condition. Let's say we select the first row, and here we can select which column we want to update. I want to update the status column, and here I can select both dynamic or static values. So let's say I select a static value where I want to look at, when a row matches condition is revision, we'll make the status ongoing, right? So I can change that, and I can use this as a test step and run as configure in the update row. So the update row action, what it does is, if you want to particularly update a single row, within your stack, based on a particular condition or based on a trigger, you can easily do that. The third action that we've added is the most popular one, which is the send email action. So let's say when a row is created or when a form is submitted as a trigger, and you want to send an email to a particular candidate or to one of your team members or to your client, you can easily do that. So you select a send email column type, and here you select the to column. Here you can basically add the email address, or you can even add a particular email address like, say, support@stackby.com. The subject line could be, say, test email, or record is created, and then you can basically add the message. Now within the message, you can also add the variables. Say, let's say this is a new campaign. I can add the start date and the end date and the campaign URL, or the goals of the campaign with the budget. So let's say this is, what the message I need to send. This is the test email, or let's say we call it new campaign is created, and you will basically get an email on that. And here you can also basically CC it to any of your team members, or BCC, or even change the from name, call it, say, Stackby marketing. And you can even reply, you can change the reply to email address to a different email address. Let's say you want to reply to marketing@stackby.com. So I can then, generate a preview, and, I'll basically choose a row, and then generate a preview. So you will see all of the information is, changed accordingly. There is a reply to, there is a subject, there's a from, name, and to, and then you can just run as configure as that particular action. So this is how, you can basically create a send email automation, within Stackby.